show.
Is Taylor coming?
Welcome. I think. I don't know. He'll show up in the middle of the pre-show if he does. He did have that thing where he
What
might be
pre-show?
tutoring on Mondays. It's been
Oh
iffy.
yeah, he might be tutoring.
Yeah.
You know,
So
him with
either way,
adult responsibilities.
welcome to the pre-show. We're going to talk about all the comic books dropping later on this week. That's tonight at midnight and tomorrow at midnight, Tuesday and Wednesday. But we had our
Damn
big
GC.
blowout end of the year. Oh, there's Taylor. Our big end of the year extravaganza, best of. We're live, T. Doing a little pre-show. We didn't know if you were coming or not. We thought you may have had that tutoring or something, but
No, I'm here.
Cool. But man, I was all right. My old lady really loves documentaries. Okay, and I do too. You know, she just put on this. It turned out not to be a documentary. Damn it! See, I want to know what the name of it is. Then now, hold on. Let me find the name so I'm not fucking stupid. Okay, she thought it was a documentary. It's called "The Eyes of Tammy Faye," and it's about Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, televangelists, probably the most famous and infamous televangelists who have ever lived. Jessica Chastain played Tammy Faye and splendid. Andrew fucking Garfield played Jim Baker, and holy shit, dude, he had the best year this year between No Way Home, this movie that I just watched, which was lame, but holy shit, they were both just amazing in it. But Tick Tick Boom. I don't know if you guys have watched Tick Tick Boom on Netflix, but I think I talked about it. It's about the dude who did Rent, but it's basically the musical that he did before Rent, which is really kind of a one-man extended show, which is like him just doing it, but there are some players in the background. But that show, Tick Tick Boom, is about him producing his first show, which never went anywhere. And it's really about, people coming up, living on dreams in New York City. And it's dope. And people who aren't into musicals really aren't going to like it, but you should watch it just because Andrew Garfield fucking kills.
He really is having, or I guess last year he was really having one hell of a year.
Last year now. Last year.
But there's been like this outpouring of support for him. People are even like saying that, like, yeah, those Amazing Spider-Man films were garbage, but he was really good in them.
He's amazing in them.
Those weren't his fault.
He's even started convincing people that those movies were good, because I've been seeing lots.
They're not, but yeah, you're right.
They are all
Some
wrong.
people are like, maybe now we can get Amazing Spider-Man 3. It's like, guys, they didn't make that for a reason. Those movies were dog shit.
If Marvel and Sony make it in this new thing, it might.
Man, if the people who know what they're doing over at Marvel can like hold the hand of the people who don't know what they're doing over at Sony, maybe it could end up being good. Like Sony is what, like 1 for 10 in like the last 10 Spider-Man movies they've attempted to make.
Well, their last 2 are the 2 biggest selling.
Well, Into the Spider-Verse is the only thing that's completely Sony without any outside help from anyone else. That's actually a great movie.
Yeah.
Everything else they've made since Amazing Spider-Man 2 has been
garbage,
bad, or if like the best they've ever managed to do is maybe almost mediocre.
Yeah. So Andrew Garfield, anything he did in 2021 is amazing. He was in the biggest movie of the year. He is in Tick Tick Boom, which will at least be nominated for Best Motion Picture. He's going to get a nomination. So yeah, the only nerd movie this year that is even possibly going to get a nomination in the Best Movie is Dune.
Yeah, probably.
And it might not even get a nomination.
I don't think so. I think he'll just get a bunch of special effects noms.
Oh, really. It definitely will get those, but just getting a nomination would be.
Yeah, normally I'd be all butthurt about like the nerd movie not getting any recognition, but with Dune, I can kind of see the justification, right? Because like we were saying last night, it's half a movie. It's the first half of a great movie.
The second one's got a much better chance because it could have that Lord of the Rings sort of effect where Lord of the Rings was ignored by the Academy for so long that Jackson was just like, you know what? Fuck you. And the third one,
they won all the awards.
Return of the King got every reward.
Yeah, and changed the awards, really. I don't know why we're talking about the Oscars. I shit all over the Oscars.
That's because they suck.
They do.
They're like every award show. They're like every award show.
Let's
all advertising. That's all it is.
It is all promotion, all pay for play type shit, man. Pay a Rama, pay a Rolla. Let's do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
First show of the year, really.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
We're talking about classic movies. I think I'm gonna watch that Being the Ricardos when the show's over. That's getting.
I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's getting a lot of buzz, Oscar buzz. And this is why Leroy won't have me on his fucking show. I talk about awesome movies. I don't just look at box office mojo. Be like, oh, that's the best movie of the year. Greetings, geek. Welcome back. It's another episode of this Geek and Comics Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
Gomer, Adam, Norman, and Taylor here. How's it going, gentlemen?
I'm doing well.
Doing all right.
Just talking about awesome things from last year, just like we did last night on our show. Go back and check that out on whatever channel you're on. Just go back a day. We had our best of 2021 movies, TV, comics. We covered a lot of shit, and I think we did it in a great way. We got through it really fast. You know, we didn't have to respect everybody's honorable mentions and give them all kinds of conversation and shit.
Yeah.
If we did 5, we'd be like, 5. Okay, let's talk about your number 5, you know? So it went really fast and wasn't full of a bunch of nonsense, which was Taylor's idea. Credit to Taylor. Good job.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. But we're talking about comics today, like we do all the time. These are all the new comics coming out this week. You see something, say something. If you're in the chat, let us know. Leave us a comment. If you see a book that you want us to talk about, we will talk about it. Today's date is the 3rd. I see it down there. These books are come out on the 4th. So technically, like I always say, in here in a few hours, digitally, at least, if your shop's not open all the time. But nothing here. Arkham City, The Order of the World. I
So this is the 4th one of these. I don't remember ever seeing this before.
Yeah, this is a weird book. It's Dan Waters, Dr. Joy. I don't know what the hell this is. If anybody knows what this is, let us know. I know that's not how this show is supposed to work. If you're in the chat and you know what the hell this is, let us know. Arguably one of the best Batgirl runs of all time.
It was okay.
Yeah, I loved this, dude. I loved
It was
era.
It definitely had a really nice sense of style to it. I will give it that.
Yeah, the costume design is the best
very
she's had in a while.
when it came out. I remember a lot of people kind of shitting on it at first.
I remember picking up the trade for this, and it was a case of hype backlash for me.
I liked
it was okay. It was fine, but it wasn't as good as people were making it out to be. At least not in my opinion.
Well, that's fair. And here it is, Batman, first Batman, only Batman book of the week, it looks like. Joshua Williamson continues his run. This is his second issue, third issue?
Yep, his second issue.
Yep.
Issue.
They're doing stuff with the Batman Inc. Club of Heroes stuff. Yeah.
Loving that.
And
Love Batman Inc.
They replaced Ghostmaker with another guy who looks exactly like a Destiny character.
And he's got, yeah, he does look like
his name's got to be, what is it, Abyss? I think they're calling him. Yeah. I mean, that's also a try-hard name. It's better than Ghostmaker, though.
I like Ghostmaker. He's all right. He's fun.
He's fine, but he's the try-hard character I can remember seeing in a damn long time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is a refreshing change. The Tinian book was never outright terrible, but it was never particularly good either.
It was frustrating because, you know, I've read such great stuff from him in the Bat universe in the past, and I don't know. He just never was able to recapture that magic.
I mean, I guess that's true that, like, if, like, without context, it's not that bad. But when you know that Tinian is capable of so much better, it stings worse.
Exactly. Crush and Lobo rapping. Haven't been a fan of that. I'm sure the trade will be a big hit. But there's a nice Jen Bartel cover for this. I think we're going to talk about her later as well.
That is a nice cover.
That is a cool cover. I love Jen Bartel. Big book, I think, from Detective Comics this week. Dark Knights of Steel, number 3 of 12. Just rolling through these. Tom Taylor's sort of Game of Thrones take on the DC universe is
these have been fun.
Very well done.
I still don't think it's like a must buy yet. I don't know. It's still definitely just laying down a lot of building blocks. I'm ready for it to really get going.
Well, he's got to fill 12 issues.
Yeah, he's got to fill 12 issues.
Yeah.
So, you know, by the end of it, this probably be amazing. So,
yeah, if this was 6 issues and this issue didn't I mean, really nail it, I'd be done with it. But I'm at least going to give it, 5.
Oh yeah, I'm
And it's
probably
Tom
on it
Taylor.
too,
I'm
yeah.
still entertained the whole time.
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah. Moving on.
Ready for it to be great.
Soul Plumber Dave will talk about that. Well, he won't be here next week, so we'll hear about maybe issue number 5. This is a horror book from the dudes who do the last podcast on the left or whatever. I don't know. Detective Comics.
This is a big issue for this.
Big issue.
Detective Comics is now weekly.
Yep.
I, being the only person on this podcast, I think, who has been reading Detective Comics.
You are.
I am now officially dropping Detective Comics.
Wow.
Because it's going weekly. Like, I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed Tamaki's run so far on Detective Comics. But it's been like the Flash book and the Green Lantern book. It's been a solid B book. And I don't have room on my pull list for 4 $4.99 issues of Detective Comics a month.
Yeah.
That is a big ask.
So is it Matthew Rosenberg doing a backup story here?
He's doing a backup story about the House of Wayne, yeah.
I don't even care. What do you mean House of Wayne? What does that even mean?
Yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Bruce Wayne is the only scion of the Wayne family left, correct? I mean, who is this talking about if not the characters who would already be in this book anyway?
Is it
I will say the backups before have been sort of
Batman and Arkham Asylum have had on the city through the eyes of a boy whose life was changed forever by the Joker. See, that just seems like some old delving into the lore of Gotham.
Exactly.
There's an appeal for that. I get it.
That's what all of the backups have been so far, have been kind of delving into the lore of Arkham. So that's probably what this is going to be, is the lore of the Waynes in Arkham.
Nice Lee Bermejo variant here. Batman Dragon Joker into the Asylum. Very fun. But yeah, not worth it. Not worth it for me. Hyper Thick, that's not even a DC book. Joker Puzzle Box with a Chip Zdarsky cover. Matthew Rosenberg writing this. Penultimate issue. I haven't been reading it. I heard it's good. I heard it's okay. Miguel Mendoca. It's a cool variant. And a Peacemaker variant for some reason. Justice League Incarnate. This is the multiversal Justice League. I know we're making this sound just fucking amazing. It's not. I'm sorry.
It's the sequel to, what is it? Infinite Frontier, which nobody read also.
It's hard to keep track. And Infinite Frontier spun out of Snyder's Justice League and Apex Lex and all that stuff. It's hard to keep track.
So this is a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off. So take that for what you will.
I heard it was pretty cool. They are introducing the what was it? The Batwoman who laughs. Is that what it was?
Oh yes, the Batwoman who laughs.
That's
yes.
rad, dude. I love it. Just because it pisses Taylor off.
Yeah, I hate that.
Justice League Infinity, carrying on the animated. It does get this awesome Raleigh Rosmo cover. I love this cover so much.
I like that, except for Flash. Flash just looks weird to me.
It looks like he's in the middle of a trip. Like he just fell. He's like, oh shit.
Looks like his back is broken.
Yeah, something wrong. Something wrong with him.
He's Elastic Man.
Naomi season 1 trade paperback with the brand new CW show poster cover.
Oh boy!
Cool. Well, they got to have it in stores.
They got to.
You got to have it in stores.
I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? Get this out there for people to go buy at their most convenient opportunity.
To be honest, this is probably the best DC stuff that Bendis has done.
Without a doubt,
season run of Naomi. Yeah.
Really damning it with faint praise there.
I am.
It's good. It's actually pretty good. It's slow. It's Bendis slow, but it's really good. I had a good time with it. It was Jamal Campbell on the art too, right?
Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful book.
Amazing. Yeah. So it appears to me now, especially with the Legion news just from the other day, that was the only reason they brought Bendis's ass to DC was to make him TV stuff, movie stuff. No problem with that. But
really mission accomplished, right? I mean,
they're really not
Legion
checking his
show.
homework.
They're making this show,
but they're not checking his homework. His books just aren't good. So, 1-Star Squadron #2.
I enjoyed this first issue. It's got some cool stuff to say.
Oh, I missed this first one. I need to go back and find it.
Yeah, it's very socially relevant. not even anti-capitalism, just sort of blanket capitalism. You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
You wouldn't tell by looking at the cover, though, but this is for sure not in continuity.
oh, for sure. Yeah, this is not in continuity. This is giving Mark Russell his own little. I wouldn't even say it's his own little corner. It's just, hey, here, do a book. You know,
It's mostly a bunch of characters that no one gives a shit about.
and Power
Like,
Girl.
yeah, the biggest names on here are Power Girl, who's definitely the biggest, and Red Tornado to a lesser extent. But
He's lame anyway.
he's someone I think a lot of comic fans at least know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Whereas-
know who Red Tornado is.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect people to know necessarily who like Gangbuster and the other characters
Right.
they're using are, though.
Right. Suicide Squad number 11. I don't think anybody here is reading that. Another big book this week, Superman Son of Kal-El.
2 Tom Taylor books this week.
Yeah, 2 Tom Taylor books this week. Jesus.
Well, I mean, Tom Taylor's writing so much for DC nowadays that that happens at least once a
DC
month, I'd say.
exclusive.
Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
get more this year too. You know he is. You know they're going to give him something. I mean, what more could they give him? He's written Batman. He's written Superman.
I know that's not what that is, but it looks almost like
Justice League.
John's
And this-
getting. It looks like he's getting like venomized there on his pants.
Oh
leg.
yeah, right.
Well, we know
That'd be
Bendis
awesome.
is leaving.
I
We know
would've
Bendis
loved
is
that.
leaving Justice League, so
Hell
I would
yeah.
say I would give him Tom Taylor Justice League.
See,
I
he's
would
already
love
written-
that. I mean,
Alright.
one of his great strengths is writing character interactions, and so that would be a really good thing to have in Justice League.
I would make it Justice League, and I would make it be John, Wally, Nightwing.
Oh my God.
Who
you're
else
starting
Yeah,
to
that's
convince
perfect.
me.
Like, give
You're
him
starting
all
to
of.
convince me.
Yeah, give him all the second generation characters. Like, let them do their own Justice League. They're all characters he's
Oh,
writing
there's that new
anyway.
Aquaman
Joe.
kid too.
Arthur Curry. Yeah, he's going to be in an Aquaman book soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So give him Jackson
And Wonder
Hyde,
Girl. Oh my God. You could give him Wonder Girl too.
Wonder Girl.
Dude, you're blowing my mind right here. That would be
It basically
rad.
would mostly be that Future State Justice League book, but Tom Taylor will be writing it, so it would actually
Yeah.
be good.
And it
We've
would
already
actually
seen
be in
his ability
continuity. It would actually
to
work.
redeem these terrible Future State ideas
Yeah.
with what
it
he's
would-
doing with John here.
Oh wow. See, what I was gonna say is in his Suicide Squad book, he created this other team, which the name slips me. I can't remember who it was, but I wanted more of that team. That
Oh,
team
yeah.
was really cool. They were like terrorists, basically, but like good guy terrorists. They would go and like,
Well,
you know,
I mean,
bomb the bad guys.
but that wouldn't sell like Justice League would sell.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
but
if you're signing
think
for
of
this
that character
exclusive
dynamic.
contract, you want to give him a tentpole book, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just think that character dynamic would work great because just think Wally would be kind of the old man on the team.
Yeah.
Right.
He's could be like the old man on the block. Trying
Man,
to
I would love that. Like
corral
Wally,
them
man.
in.
Wally and Dick would be like the senior second generation heroes here, and they'd be able to
Yeah.
offer sage advice to these other guys who are just just now stepping into the mantle.
And they've all got these great attitudes because I'm reading. I think I've read most of those character stuff except for that Aquaman dude. I think I've only read one or two.
There hasn't been
books of him.
much.
Yeah, there hasn't been much, but wow, what an opportunity. I hope that's what he's doing. We should take that to fucking Twitter right now and say, is this what you're doing? What else? Wonder Woman Omnibus, great book, bunch of just legends, on this. So, Wonder Woman, World of Krypton. This is the Vendetti and Oming, Avon Oming book. It was all right. I love Oming's art, but the first issue just wasn't all that great. Who cares?
Nothing. Yeah. Nothing against the creative team here, but like
Who cares?
the
We all know.
Yeah, the past of Krypton is not something that really hooks me.
Yeah, I just found
it
my.
doesn't need to be relitigated. We
Yeah,
know
it's-
what happens.
Yeah, it's like I just couldn't find myself.
Unless
I
this is like directly leading into something
No,
like that Kang book.
that Timeless from last
Yeah,
week.
it's leading into
Well,
time.
that book was fucking lame too.
It was.
It was ridiculously bad.
You were singing its praises after the first issue.
No, not the Kang the Conqueror book.
Oh, okay.
Timeless,
My mistake.
which was like a one shot that came out last week. That's supposed to be like their, I don't know, their bookend, the alpha for the whole year of 2022. Yeah, see, nobody else got it. Anyway, that's it
Yeah,
from DC.
sounds like I was right.
Yeah, it was a turd. The Kang the Conqueror book was pretty good though. It was not bad. I think called Truth #3, Frontiersman #4. A lot of the classic books that helped Image become really good last year Gave him a pretty good 2021.
David likes Hellcat.
Continues. Yeah, Dave likes Hellcat.
He also likes Frontiersman up there.
Does like Frontiersman. Here's a new book coming out from them. Their debut this week is called Monkey Meat. Junie Ba, Delilah creator, Junie Ba.
There was a preview for this in the back
Free
of
Comic Book Day. No, there's a Free Comic Book Day book too.
Was there one? I don't think
I
I got
think.
it, but there was a preview for this in the back of that Dog Days book.
Oh, that's right. There was.
There was. The art looks really interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting art. It's sort of like a tongue-in-cheek, take on a bunch of shit.
This looks like someone took a Gorillaz music video and like made a comic out of it.
Right. It's not really an anthology, but each issue is telling its own story. So it's easy in, easy out. Worth a pickup, I think. Worth a pickup for the first issue. So, Nightmare Blog continues. Noctera is actually getting a special. I think this is the what's that? The Pitch Black dude. What's his name? Shit, I don't remember. The Blacktop Bill. There it is. Behold the Book of Blacktop Bill. So this is like he's the main villain in the series, and this is like a book just focusing on him. I think it's basically just a way for Scott Snyder to give his artist a month or two off so he can catch up for the next arc. So fans, look out for that. It's going to be fun. This might actually be a really hot spec book. I have heard that Noctera is supposed to be getting an adaptation. So if Blacktop Bill is the lead in that, his origin story, whenever they do it, just like Negan had his own origin, they're bound to, this is bound to be a hot issue. So, and then Two Moons, and of course, Walking Dead and Spawn. It wouldn't be Image Comics if there wasn't Walking Dead and Spawn.
Hey,
what year is it?
Hey, they pay the bills.
Exactly, they pay the bills.
Gotta have something to pay the bills.
Dark Horse,
like IDW.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about IDW. They ain't got shit this week either. Art of Overwatch and
wow, Dark Horse literally has nothing this week.
Yeah, nothing this week. No single issues. All IDW has is The Tempest, which is a trade paperback. That's a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That Mirror Wars continue, but I've already read it. It's just an okay issue. Shit gets really crazy, but it's just okay. And then Transformers: The Best of Prime with this awesome big cover.
It's an awesome cover, which is the only real reason to get this, because they just came out with a Megatron one, didn't they? Just recently.
Yeah, it was the same cover artist. So that's the reason.
Yeah, they did the same thing recently with all the Turtles books.
Exactly. So this collects 1984 number 24, 2009 number 23, which is Chaos Theory Part 2. Great fucking run. Transformers Autocracy number 9, which is also really cool. Transformers that's Transformers Optimus Prime number 25, which is the last issue.
Man, it doesn't have the death of Optimus Prime?
No, the death of Optimus Prime came before all that.
I know, but it's weird. It's weird it doesn't have the death of Optimus Prime in there.
Optimus Prime number 25 is the one where it's him talking about his legacy with the Matrix just before everything ends. Just before.
I'm just saying it's weird that the death of Optimus Prime.
Maybe there's like copyright politics in that. I mean, IDW didn't always have these books.
No, they have the rights to print and reprint everything Transformers, including.
Oh, well, then I have no fucking idea why they didn't include that.
And it's a different death of Optimus Prime than what you're thinking of.
Yeah, and the death of Optimus Prime is a different book than because that was originally an IDW book from James Roberts and Barber and Roberts teamed up on that. But yeah, because you'll notice here, Transformers 1984 number 24. That's the Marvel book. That's the original. Yeah. Marvel. So yeah, they have the rights.
Well, then I have no fucking idea why they want to.
Well, it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up because they do have all the rights to the Dreamwave stuff. But what was that one company that had them in between there? As far as I know,
Devil's Due?
Yeah, maybe. As far as I know, maybe it's Devil's Due and G.I. Joe. Either way, as far as I know, IDW does not have the rights to print at least one run at another publisher of Transformers, but I'm not sure why or whatever. Moving on to Marvel Comics. I guess I can take a look at.
We didn't get to talk about last week's comics, but I will say the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man was actually pretty good. I actually really liked it.
The one
I did like that one where
Patrick
Peter was
Gleason?
in the hospital, like they're doing like that whole horror movie thing. That
Yeah,
was pretty
Peter's
solid
in the hospital. It was all Patrick Gleason. He did the art and the writing, and it was all just like horror movie Cronenberg shit.
And it was like a fever dream caused by
basically.
It was pretty good. I read that too. It was. I was like, wow, this is not bad. I still hate everything going on.
Oh yeah, everything else
That
going
was
on,
not
like
bad.
all the Beyond stuff, is not great.
Yeah.
But that issue was pretty good.
Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure this will continue like the blistering mediocrity that the Amazing Spider-Man has mostly been doing since Spencer left.
No shit. Back to there's a Momoko cover. We'll look at that too. Black Widow number 13. Rafael Pimentel. Don't know who that is. Am not excited that he is on.
Not Elena Casagrande, which is a shame, but
it's more of a shame. I don't even want to read it if it's not Casagrande.
I like it for the writing on its own, but yes, it is always significantly better when Casagrande is doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that art is just, it's suffering. And then this, come on, open up. This awesome Momoko cover. Love that.
Love
Beautiful.
the pose there, yeah.
Yeah, very well done.
I like it when Peach actually like uses the whole body. Like she often just like kind of gives like a portrait.
Yeah, and it's not even, it's like a frame too. It's weird. Yeah.
Like no matter what she does, it's always really good. But I do like seeing her like actually like have the character strike a pose here, you know?
Yeah. Captain America Iron Man number 2. Was not a fan of this debut.
It was okay.
It was just okay.
They were concentrating a lot on a character I do not give a shit about. I don't know who this woman is. Yeah, like, and she was our POV character. That was kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. I'll probably trick this up, but it's not something I would really recommend to someone else.
Yeah, it was a quick drop for me. I'm not jumping on that at all. So. Devil's Reign variants that we're not even going to get to see. This is supposed to be the issue where Marvel comes back. That's the rumors. That's what everybody's saying.
It's not even the first time they've done that.
Do we
but it wasn't him. It wasn't him those times.
But
it was a clone one time.
Do we want Marvel back?
It was a scroll. It was a clone and a scroll. Right?
I think so. They did something like during Avengers versus X-Men where it was something or other. I forget. That was just before Carol became like full-fledged Captain Marvel, I think.
Yeah.
But at this point, they don't need to put Captain Marvel out anymore for copyright reasons. They have like a book named Captain Marvel, this very book, right? That's coming out on a consistent basis. So at least if they are bringing the character back, it's not copyright politics that's making them do so. Maybe they have a good idea for a story. I don't know.
Maybe.
In my opinion, his death is still one of the deaths that you can't take back. You know, there's...
there are no universe. Those don't exist anymore.
They do. There's Uncle Ben.
They've taken that back.
Not really. They have, but
there's always some sort of bullshit. Like Gwen Stacy's back, but like it's not our Gwen, right? It's like alternate universe Gwen. We have like Thomas Wayne back, and he's Batman, but that's
count. Different universe.
Yeah,
different universe.
Yeah,
don't count.
Just about every major death that's ever happened, we have some sort of doppelganger, at least, you know, running around in continuity.
Yeah. Anyway, Darkhold, I'm pretty sure you've been all over this.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one who's been reading it. It's not what I thought it was going to be when I first picked it up. It's been a horror anthology. And there's been a lot of, some of the issues were way better than the others, but I stuck with it this long, so I'll check this out. But
this is reported to be a Joe Bennett cover. I think this is a Chris Bachalo cover.
That's definitely Chris Bachalo.
Definitely Chris Bachalo.
Thank you, gentlemen. He may have one. Oh, there's not even a picture for that.
Sucks.
Yeah, no shit. They slacking big time. We'll take a look at the preview for this, I guess. I just wanted to see if there was another cover. Yeah, I kind of want to pick up this in trade. It'd probably make a really fun collection once they get everything together.
Yeah, well, most of the stories have nothing to do with each other, so it would be an anthology trade. But yeah, it's I think you'd enjoy some of the issues for sure. That Iron Man one was definitely the best, but there were some other pretty good ones thrown in. Like the Wasp one was pretty good. But yeah, it looks like they're doing the same thing they're doing with Deadpool and Wolverine here, doing the black and white blood thing.
And I'm okay with that. It's a fun take on the art style. There's one.
It's a good. Elektra's a good fit for that sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
She might be the best fit for this because she actually wears red all the fucking time. It's not all about blood. But yeah, Elektra's great. It's an anthology. I think people are getting like 8 pages each. Yeah, Charles Soule, Leonardo Romero, Declan Shalvey. Yeah, with a bunch of artists. So look for that. I'm pretty sure at one point, what's his name? The TMNT guy, Eric. Why am I
Laird
slipping? Laird
or Eric
Larson?
Larson? No, it's not
I
Eric
don't know who
Larson.
I'm thinking of. Anyway, the TMNT guy's writing a book for that. I'm just slipping on the name. So yeah, an Andolfo cover. It's cool stuff. Gamma Flight gets collected. Man, who cares? Here's the big book.
Even as like the biggest like Immortal Hulk stan on Earth, this was not worth reading. The Gamma Flight stuff.
Oh, the Gamma Flight. Sure. Big book. Jonathan Hickman's the very last X-Men book, at least until they announce a new one. This is it. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
Oh, they're even putting that in the damn solicit. You
Of
bastard.
course it is. I mean,
They're like rubbing it
it's a
in,
big
man.
deal.
It's the biggest reason to buy the book, so I do not think I should be surprised, right?
I mean, this will be a big deal. It is going to set the stage for the new status quo, the destiny of X, or whatever the next wave of books are going to be. But whatever.
All right, so do you think this is Mystique and Destiny fucking over Magneto and Xavier? Or do you think it's Magneto, Xavier, and Moira fucking over Mystique and Destiny?
I think it's Cypher and Warlock fucking over all of them.
Oh, that'd be
yeah. I think it's Emma fucking over everything.
They did seed that, yeah.
I think it's Emma fucking over.
It's definitely, yeah. I hope it's Emma. Emma deserves.
That's
to
who
get
I'm
one
rooting
over.
for in this mess.
At this point, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
Emma has the least egg honor.
She feels like the one who's the victim here. I mean, I know they're building it up. Oh, Mystique, has been lied to and this shit. It's Magneto.
Man, Mystique's
and
a piece of shit. Fuck Mystique.
And then it's Xavier and Magneto. Of course you've been lied to, you dumbass. That's on you. Oh, she's in love. I don't care.
I still can't get over how, like, the whole thing is like, oh, don't let anyone bring Destiny back. And they set it up where, like, a shapeshifter, the very shapeshifter that is most likely to try to bring Destiny back, can just use her basic power set to do exactly that. All she had to do was like turn into Magneto once and turn into Xavier once, and wham, bam, done.
There's got to be something else to that, man.
I guess, but
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Obviously, we'll figure it out day after tomorrow. Not much else from Marvel. We do have Shang-Chi #7. This is the Jean Lun Yang. Which has been a great read. He did his sort of tour around the Marvel universe, fighting a bunch of people. Is this an actual
ongoing?
Yeah, as far as I know, this is going on forever.
Yeah.
Well, they've been keeping it up for a while now, at least.
Yeah, his run's been going on for a long time, but it's been minis.
So far it's been a bunch of minis strung together, but yeah, it looks like now we are at least going into a second story arc here.
Hey, good for him.
And good for him. I mean, Yang, I don't know. Maybe it's just the projects he takes. Don't get a lot of love, but everything he always does.
Yeah, he always does those lesser characters you've never heard of before,
or creates his own.
His own.
Yeah,
like new Superman and this monkey whatever guy he's.
That looks dope too. It
looks dope. I'm totally gonna get that. Yeah,
Monkey Prince looks awesome, dude. All right. Yeah, that's it. Shang-Chi, Dr. Aphra, more Star Wars, The Marvels #7, which is just okay. Thor #20. This is actually supposed to be a big deal because the God of Hammers is introduced. It's supposed to be like the first appearance. We'll see.
Oh, I actually assumed Thor was supposed to be the God of Hammers, so my mistake.
No, his dad. His dad even asks him in that movie, "You are not Thor, God of Hammers."
I'm just kidding. Look, man, I've been out of this for like 3 story arcs now, so I don't know.
I'm actually off this book too. I just heard the buzz around this one. The God of Hammers is about to be unleashed. So yeah, it's going to be like a new character debut. So Wastelanders Doom, which might be a pretty good issue.
This is the most tempted I've been to check out one of these Wastelanders books, but still probably
I know you're
not.
A Doom fan. I know you're a big Doom guy. Oh, it is that Torun Grondbeck guy.
Oh,
he did
that's also
the Valkyrie book.
That's also enticing. Yeah.
Yeah, he did pretty good on that Valkyrie book. Let's take a look at the art. I've actually seen the preview for this. It looks okay. It's fucking Mad Max with Dr. Doom, bro. How can you not? Look at that shit.
Shit, I kind of want to get
this. That's actually pretty good. Oh, dude, look, he's got like a a spear, a burning spear, because he's fucking Doom, and that's
That's metal as hell.
Would he just collect yarn? Oh yeah, I might have to pick that up. That is metal as hell, and I don't like that Wastelanders bullshit.
I don't care about
Finally,
Wastelanders at all, yeah, but
finally, X-Men number 6, Gary Duggan, Pepe Larraz. Who is Captain Krakoa? We get to figure out who he is. I already know who he is.
someone without a particularly good costume, I'll say.
Well, I think that's on purpose. Just to kind of throw people off the trail.
Yeah, I've been digging this X-Men run. I'll definitely check this out. But
it suffers a little bit from a lack of focus. But I have faith in the writer to bring everything together eventually in a really satisfying way.
I mean, everything right now is seeding. That's true. But
yeah,
this is something that, like, you have to make, like, I guess, a bit of a leap of faith, because if it does pan out well, I'll bring in all the stuff he's seeding, to fruition here. Man, that's going to be pretty great.
It's going to be pretty epic. Yeah, he's got a lot of shit going on. Yeah, hey, thanks, Frankie, for hanging out. Yeah, Wastelanders, I'm kind of off of the whole, Wasteland thing. It's kind of run its course for me. I just want to see Dr. Doom do
I think we've all said before that, like, the Old Man Logan story from, like, 10, 15 years ago, whenever it was pretty good.
It was wonderful. Mark
Millar, it was not but it was not a setting that I was particularly fond of. Like, it's not something that, like, oh man, I want to read all these characters. Like, they've done like several stories in that setting since then. They did like a Hawkeye book.
They did.
And yeah, now they're doing all these things here.
These one shots, yeah.
That I've never felt any compulsion to go back and check that shit out.
Yeah, but I like Doom.
I do like Doom.
Yeah, so moving on, Dynamite. Not much. Deja, John Carter of Mars. Elvira meets Vincent Price. Just weird shit.
That is weird.
Evil Ernie is coming out, and it's got an Arthur Saddam cover. I never know if I'm pronouncing his name right. And it's a take on the Nirvana Nevermind cover. Mm-hmm. This cover is going to be hot, y'all. This cover is going to be really, really hot. If you can get your hands on it, it is worth a pickup.
I've never bought an Evil Ernie book, and I still don't think.
Yeah, you don't have to. No, I wouldn't. I'm just saying, if you're specking on something, there's no way to know if Evil Ernie's for you, then Evil Ernie's for you. Go get it. Yeah, Frankie, Old Man Logan, fucking awesome. I have it in issues.
Oh dude. Yeah, Old Man Logan was great. I mean, it was basically just Unforgiven, but with Wolverine. But that's not a bad thing. It was really cool.
Yeah, in like a weird future, which. And that universe was really cool, dude. I mean, there was a Venom T-Rex. There was Hammerfall was fucking dope. The Hulk
and
gang
all
was
drawn by Steve McNiven. So yeah, it was good shit. Love that story. Don't care about the setting though.
Yeah, me neither. Here's a debut. We always like to talk about the debuts. Panther, number 1 from Dynamite. Tom Stignoski, Janine Arkeson, Igor Lima doing the art. We can take a quick look here. See what's going on in this book. Looks pretty basic. Looks like a crime sort of thriller. We've got the egg, the magic egg.
Not the magic
egg.
I
don't know. Now it's going back to Thebes. I don't know. Never mind. Book looks terrible. Red Sonja continuing.
It was too much for me to know what the fuck is going on there.
Yeah.
But
Basilisk, Buckhead, no debuts from Boom, just a lot of their really good ongoings. Well, popular ongoings. So that's 2 creator-owned properties and 2 licensed properties from them this week. So that's really all you can ask from Boom, And then everybody else. I'm just going to go through these real quick.
Yeah, we don't have David here, so.
Yeah, Bylines in Blood. That's an Aftershock book, so we will take a look at that.
Aftershock is usually pretty solid.
Van Jensen, Erica Schultz, Anike.
Man, Van Jensen hasn't written anything in a long time.
A long time. Last I remember, a Valiant book comes to mind for Van.
The last thing that I read him was he was doing a Green Lantern Corps book.
Oh, yes.
Back when there was a
Green Lantern. That book was okay.
It was okay.
It was an okay book.
Yeah, it had Bernard Chang on the art, so it was, it was pretty good.
So Bylines in Blood, Aftershock book, prophetic neo-noir thriller with unexpected twists at every turn. There you go. Moving on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Fourth Man #1. That is a Mike Diodato cover, which is really nice. 3 dead bodies lay in a rural morgue, all murdered in a span of 3 weeks. It's up to 2 detectives from opposite sides of the tracks to determine who put them there.
Looks like a movie poster.
Yeah. Jeff McCombsey is writing it. He wrote Grendel, Kentucky, which is a really good book.
Oh, I liked Grendel, Kentucky.
Yeah,
that was a good book.
And it's Mike Diodato Jr. doing the fucking art. Lee Ruffridge and Mike.
Lee Ruffridge is still not a slouch.
Yeah, not a slouch. So this is an AWA upshot. Might be worth a pickup here. That's pretty.
Yeah, I'm
pretty nice
in
team.
This one.
Pretty nice team. Raza's got a cover for that. Oh shit, Raza got a Waffle House cover for this book. What?
That's pretty cool,
dude. That is fucking cool. That is really fun.
Man,
that is really
I'm gonna see if I can find that.
Yeah, that's a fun cover.
That's a really fun cover. Like, I love the Waffle House lettering. I love the fucking bullet wound in the goddamn pancake face.
But it's ketchup because everybody puts ketchup on their eggs, right? Of course they do.
Not on pancakes though. That's gross.
It depends on what kind of pancakes. Moving on. Depends on how drunk I am at 3:00 in the morning when I get there. Yeah, I think that's it. Omega #1. That's an very small press. Yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. We do have West #1. I will click on that just to take a peek because I noticed this cover earlier. John Grund, don't know him. Mo and Sal live and work on a farm, selling their harvest at city farmers markets, practicing magic and smoking herbs with their cat. All right, so it's sort of a fantasy sort of book. There you go. Cool. That's it, man. That's all she wrote for this week. A lot of fun picks.
Yeah, the X books out of Marvel, X-Men and Inferno, both look to be pretty cool. The Tom Taylor books out of DC are both things I'm looking forward to.
That's it.
I'm gonna try out that Fourth Man probably, just because the week. I mean, it's kind of a light week, honestly.
It is. There's a lot of good stuff, but it's not a lot of
standout stuff.
Really reading,
There's not really a lot.
Yeah,
man, it being a light week is gonna make me like really tempted to pick up that Wastelanders Doom thing when I'm in the store.
You should, dude. It looks cool. It looks like it'll be fun.
And it'll be a game time decision for me.
You like that Grondbeck guy?
I do, yeah. That's another factor in its favor.
Yeah, he was great on Valkyrie. So, awesome. Yeah. So, thanks everybody for listening. Yeah, let us know what you're picking up in a comment or whatever here. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Comic Book Bullies, I think their show got postponed from last night, or maybe it didn't. Maybe they did it. I always listen to them on Tuesdays anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Either way, they're right here on this Facebook channel, or search them out on YouTube. They have links right here at outrightgeekery.com. Go to that website. There's links for everything we've got going on. There's also merch, our Patreon, all kinds of shit you can do to help support us. And follow us and let us know that you're there and hanging out, which is always good. Keep coming back. We got a regular show next Sunday, news and reviews. Big Willie's here all week. The Comic Book Bullies are supposed to be having their year end, their best of 2021 sort of thing. And I was invited, but I haven't heard anything from it. So we'll see what happens. They don't want me on there because I'm going to talk about actual good shit. All right.
Oh, okay. Like the new Matrix movie.
I love the new All right. Thanks, everybody.
You had to get him started. We were almost down with here.
Appreciate it. But most of all, thanks to these jokers for hanging out with this joker.
Anytime, man.
We're going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Well, Frankie's hanging out too, man. He's becoming a regular around here. And that Andy guy